Hello, it's me, Mrs. Cubbage. It is Wednesday and it is Etiquette class. Etiquette class with Mrs. Cubbage is sponsored by Vibrant Souls Health and Wellness. You can find them on Instagram or you could email them at vibrantsouls@gmail.com. Etiquette class with Mrs. Cubbage will begin in just a moment. Yes, well, I have a great topic today that I know everybody has dealt with, unless you live way out on a farm, you have land spread out all over the place, or you're living on the moon, okay? Or on Mars, maybe. And this is um, an issue that all of us at one time or another has to deal with. It's neighbors and noise, right? Unfortunately, so many of us have to deal with unruly neighbors who just absolutely do not care. They are rude and just absolutely do not want to follow the rules, whether you are in an apartment building, whether you are side by side in a duplex, whether you are in a condo, a mini condo, whatever, especially if you are sharing a building with someone or more, then you most likely will have a problem at some point or another. Unfortunately, Mr. Cubbage and I are dealing with just that. And I thought that this would probably be a great time to discuss something like this. As we speak, believe it or not, these people are moving around, making noise. We've had to reach out to management over the years because of that. So I'm going to talk a little bit about proper etiquette in dealing with noisy, rude neighbors. And then I also want to slide into, I want to kind of end it on a sad, it's sad, but it's also a good note. Okay, I know it's kind of weird to say sad but good. So I Googled some great things, and all I did was type in neighbor etiquette noise. And it says most local noise ordinances designate quiet hours, for example, from 10 p.m. to 7 a.m. on weekdays and until 8 or 9 a.m. on weekends. Now that's what we have. So running a power mower might be permitted at 10 a.m. on Saturday, but not at 7 a.m. Some universally disturbing sounds are commonly banned or restricted. There are noisy neighbor and noise ordinance laws. Of course, you would have to check those out for your particular state. They give an example here. It says, if you hear loud music, for example, coming from your neighbor's apartment late at night, like if you live in an apartment, you could first try knocking on their door and politely asking them to turn it down. If they are unresponsive, you could document the incident, which we do, including the time and specific details about the noise. If the problem persists, you could then contact your property manager or landlord. You also know that you have your rights. Familiarize yourself with local noise ordinances. If you have a lease or some type of agreement, understand your rights, responsibilities regarding noise. Also, you can involve the authorities. If communication and documentation don't resolve the problem, consider contacting your property manager, landlord, or HOA, which or even filing a noise complaint with local authorities. But there are some unspoken rules of neighborhood etiquette that, and this is actually right here, excuse me, coming from BuzzFeed, this part, that hopefully, hopefully, you don't have to deal with. But number one, someone wrote, I can't believe we have to say this, but don't steal your neighbor's packages or mail. Now, we have mail that hasn't arrived yet after months. So we're sure that these noisy neighbors, we can't prove it, but probably have something to do with that. If you're in a street parking situation, make sure to park so that there's room for others as well. We don't really have that that type of problem. Let me see, pick up your dog poo. Let's hope that you don't have to deal with that. This one is great. You could try to get to know your neighbors a little bit, but when it's just not working, unfortunately, it is just not going to work no matter what you do. So sometimes you just might have to bring the authorities into your situation. You try your best not to have to deal with that, but you do what you have to do. And again, this is coming from BuzzFeed.com. Please feel free to read through it. There are like 20 different things that they talked about on there. So very, very interesting things. But on the flip side, you do find some great neighbors. And we actually found out one of our favorite neighbors in the neighborhood is moving after 15 years of being here. And he came over and actually, stood and talked with us about it. And, we just can't believe that we all, in a sense, have been together for 15 years. He has a new roommate now, and they need more space. So, I'm not really sure if they are getting a large apartment or a big house or, maybe another condo or something. But nonetheless, we do wish them the very best. We're sad for us, happy for them, because, sometimes you just have to wish people well, even though it's sad, even though it's sad for yourself, like I said, it's a double-edged sword. So we do wish them the very, very best. But it kind of stinks for us because we don't know who's going to end up. We don't know who's going to end up in that slot. So, but that's okay. That's okay. That's what life is about. Constantly changing, constantly changing. So with that being said, thank you so much for joining me today here for Etiquette Class with Mrs. Cubbage. Make sure you check out all of our shows. We've got Credit Tips by Sam C. We've got Cooking Fun with me, Mrs. Cubbage. We've got Tuesday Talks with Bobby D. We've got shorts. We've got all kinds of things that you can get into. It is a lifestyle channel, so make sure you check it out. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I will see you again. We will see you again very, very soon. Take care now. Bye.